Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video, and it is match review time in Bristol City. Took on Millwall yesterday and it was yet another defeat, and time is really running out, surely, for Nigel Pearson. Let's talk about it though. He suffered another defeat at Ashton Gate. It was a 2-1 home defeat to Millwall. They grabbed their first away win of the season, Bristol City. Now, third home defeat this season, and it's not looking good. Isn't looking good at all. It was unchanged from Preston, and some would say rightfully so. Max O'Leary's in goal, Atkinson, Closer, Viner, De Silva, Williams, Scott, Vyman, Sykes, Semenyo, and Conway. What baffled me was Naki Wells still on the bench. Andy King, who was relatively good against who was it? Coventry, and wasn't terrible against Birmingham either, on the bench. I've been used, but it was good to see Thomas Callas back on the bench and even got a bit of a run out. For Millwall, it was George Long in goal. No, I got by Bialkowski, McNamara, Sean Hutchinson, Jake Cooper, Murray Wallace, George Saville, Billy Mitchell, Andres Vogelshammer. I always thought it was Vogslammer. Apparently he's not. Zian Fleming, Tyler Bury, and Tom Bradshaw up top. So those were how both teams lined up. It was very clear from the offset how Millwall were going to play, like they've done basically all of Gary Rowett's reign there. Just make sure you keep a clean sheet away from home, and if you nick something, then that's great. It was almost as if Bristol City didn't anticipate that, and that for me is a massive concern. We played right into Millwall's hands. We kept basically 50-50 possession in the first half. It was 51 to Millwall, 49 to City. We had no shots on target, 3 off target, 1 was blocked. Millwall had 9 shots, 4 of them on target, including two I think, that led to a goal. Tim Closer gave away the free kick on 43. He was booked. A ball came in from the left-hand side from George Saville. It's a mess defensively. His initial great save from Max O'Leary. I think it's to deny Hutchinson. But Bristol City, once that first ball is saved by Max, you expect the City player to get away and clear that. Nigel Pearson comes out and says that some of them reacted. Well, I don't know what game you're watching, Nigel, because absolutely none of them, zero people in the City shirt reacted. It was Tom Bradshaw, Sean Hutchinson, I think it was Zian Fleming at the back post for Millwall. All of them got straight back up. And then it was bundled at the line. Back to Leary's, made an initial fantastic save, low, down to his left. You can't really do much with it. It's a powerful shot. It's a great save. You can't really deflect it. It's quite quick. He does very well to parry it away. First time, he's expecting, for a normal, competent defensive set piece, he expects to be cleared. Bristol City are not very good at defending set pieces. We know that. And Tom Bradshaw bundles it in to make it 1-0 on the stroke of half time. So it was 1-0 to Millwall, 44, and it stayed that way until half time. No subs at half time for either side, but then at 53 was a bit of a ludicrous decision from Semenyo and from Jake Cooper. It's just the ball was gone, but both of them decided to keep fighting, basically, and both were booked. Murray Wallace was booked in a foul on 57. Then came a triple substitution for Bristol City. Thomas Callas came in for Tim Closer, who had to get a bandage around in the first half due to collision with Tom Bradshaw. He was taken off in the half on the hour mark. Naki Wells came in. Chris Martin came in for Sykes and Tommy Conway. Basically, we had 4 attackers on the pitch now. In Vyman, Semenyo, Wells, and Martin. Not like they made much of an impact, quite frankly. Millwall make a double substitution at that time as well. Callum Stiles comes in for Murray Wallace, George Honeyman comes in for Tyler Bury. They make somewhat of an impact for Millwall. 66, actually, someone who does make an impact for Bristol City. Cam Pring comes in for Jay Silva, who had an absolutely horrendous game at left wing back. He was really bad going up against Andreas Vogelshammer and Zian Fleming, who kind of tucked in both sides really, but he was horrendous. None of the balls that he tried to put in the box came off for him at all. It was really, really bad from Jay. It wasn't great positioning either from Conway and Semenyo up top, but just wasn't good from our left-hand side. So those were the substitutions, which led to a Bristol City goal. It was a ball from Semenyo to Camprin, was running in from the left-hand side. He puts it across the box with sheer pace. I think it's Martin or Wells at the back post. See a player at the back post. But Sean Hutchinson goes sliding in. He puts it into his own net. And Bristol City, a level, a 1-1. That didn't last long, though, for City. It's another set piece. It's on the halfway line this time. The ball goes forward, I think, from Saville again. And this is just pathetic from a City point of view defensively. Alex Scott is going to head it away. Thomas Callas is to Alex Scott's left. Max O'Leary, for some reason or another, comes running out. There was no need to do that. Yes, Max calls for it very loudly, and it is quite evident that he calls for it. Thomas Callas, for one reason or another, goes bundling over Scott, heads it away, straight into the path of Zian Fleming, who's now got no City players around him. He's completely free. Max O'Leary is out of his goal. He's got to tap it into an empty net in front of the away stand at the Atio. What is going on? Well, I'll suggest you have a look at it, and then you go, well, that is a real fucking mess, City. A real fucking mess. You should work on that, shouldn't you? And for a manager, which we employ, who was an ex-defender himself, ex-centre-back even, to not being able to set us up to defend set pieces is really quite mind-boggling. It is really ludicrous now. That is now, I think, 5 set pieces, which somewhat led to our goal, not directly led to our goal, over the last 3 games. We conceded against Preston. All 3 of Birmingham's goals were from set pieces. 2 of Millwall's goals. That's 6, isn't it? Oh, I can't even count. 6. It's 2 against Preston. That's 6. That's 6 goals from set pieces we've conceded the last 3 games. That's fantastic. That's brilliant. Really happy with that, you know. And Bristol City, it's just unacceptable. The rates at which you're conceding from set pieces. Every time the opposition have set piece, you go, they're probably going to have a shot here or higher XG shots. Every single time. No matter where it is. Literally, George Long could have a set piece, free kick, the edge of his own box. He could kick it way up the field. And you'd probably go, what are we doing? There's no organisation at the back. There simply isn't any. A few more subs didn't take place for Millwall and for Bristol City. Benikofobe comes on for Tom Bradshaw right after the goal. George Evans comes in for Zian Fleming. Jamie Shackleton comes in for Andreas Vogslammer. Don't know. Danny McNamara's booked for time wasting on 90+2. There's, I think, 6 minutes added on. Then Kadji comes in for Zach Viner on 90+2 as well, trying to make an impact. No. But then we have a throw-in, and this just shows how clueless we are. We have a throw-in deep inside Millwall territory. Simple task is to just chuck it into the box. What do? We go backwards. We try and find a way to put the ball into the box. We lose the ball. I think it's James Shackleton who goes running forward, squares it across George Saville, it's literally it's 2 against 1 in Millwall's favour at this point. Goes, Shackleton runs, squares it to Saville, runs into the box, Penalty Millwall. Ex-City player Benik Afobe steps up to take the penalty. He scored a penalty for Millwall last year at Ashton Gate. He steps up, he misses the penalty. Credit to Max, he goes the right way, but the referee blows up basically a couple of seconds after that. It does, but for them, unfortunately for Millwall, it doesn't make a difference because it was that deep into the game. I haven't really got much else to say, quite frankly. I think I've covered most of the topics in that game, quite really. It was just a shambles from start to finish. We didn't get going at all. We started somewhat the same energy we did against Preston for the opening 10 minutes. Didn't capitalise. Then lost their way massively. Then couldn't get going at all. Millwall did a job on us. Fair play to them. But we were awful. We were awful. Simply unacceptable. And time is really running out now for Nigel Pearson to change things around. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I know it's been a very depressing one because it's just the nature of football. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Hit the like if you've enjoyed it somehow. Subscribe to the Edge Job so we can more Bristol content. And yeah, I suppose comment down below your thoughts on the game. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.